Hello. It has been a while again. I apologize. I'm Gillian Harris, in case you don't know, like, who the heck I am. Yeah, in case you do know who I am, then you know that last time I did the streaming thing, I promised you some information. I was talking about, oh, the last time it was never mind what it was last time, but at the end of last time, I promised you that I would give you an update on the book. Have we met? How to identify your reincarnated loved ones. So I'm going to do that today, but I also mentioned that the journey through the book, creating the book, writing a book is a journey. Because sometimes, for me, I never know where it's going to take me. I give up. I mean, I may have okay, I see the beginning, I see the middle, and I think I see the end. But along the way, oh man, all kinds of places and things and stuff and whatnot happen. I knew I was supposed to write about this when this soul was discovered or recognized because it was just too amazing. And who doesn't want to know how to, identify your reincarnated loved ones if it's at all possible? And since, our loved ones are being reincarnated right in our presence, then it might be kind of cool to recognize, one or two of them, maybe not all of them. It's okay to let some of them go ahead and slide and enjoy their lives without you this incarnation, you know what I mean? We'll talk about that too. We talk about that in the book, Let me not get off track, because the reason I'm sitting by my gong and other stuff I got going on, my singing bowls here and everything. I'm just like within a half an hour, I'm going to be shamanistically hosting a cannabis-enhanced sound healing ceremony. And I do sound healing ceremonies a lot, but this is my first cannabis-enhanced one, yes. And I'm very excited. I have a small group of folks who are coming to experience this, and I look forward to serenading them and guiding them through meditation and stuff like that. So I tell you what, next time we'll talk about that. And just the cannabis thing. I have a lot to say about it. Like about my mom. My mom is from Jamaica, but never ever smoked a joint. Doesn't drink, nothing. She's like pure as the driven snow. But I have such great CBD news, about how it is helping her in her pain and stuff. And I'm just really excited. I'm studying really hard right now to become a certified cannabis healthcare giver. And so my involvement in it is really not just about a party, really. It's truly about a spiritual experience and medicinal experience as well. So I have a limited amount of time because folks are on their way over. But I wanted to share how it is that I got to SIDS, the sudden infant death syndrome, in this journey of how to identify your reincarnated loved ones. So let me see if I could do that real quick. In the book, I'm not only explaining what went down, how this happened, who I'm talking about, when I knew this person before, what happened to them, and then when they came back and how I met them again, and then how I recognized them and all that. And then my promise is to share with you how you can do this yourself. I do everything I can to explain how that is. Now, I'm a medium, and my thing in being a medium is to not only be of service, and I talk about my way of mediumship. I don't take appointments and do the one-on-thing appointment thing. You're going to come at this time, and we're going to sit there and call in your Aunt Gladys, and I'm going to, I don't do that. I use my mediumship in a different way, but my goal is always to be an evidential medium, to bring back when I am in situations and I am giving somebody information, it's not because they made an appointment with me, and the information that I gave them is going to be, evidential. That's my goal anyway, is to make it evidential, and to be evidential medium, so that, you go, whoa, like that, like, oh my God, wow, that kind of thing. Not like, oh no, maybe. That's not my goal. So anyway, yeah, this book goes through That, because basically when you're recognizing someone, you're using mediumship, unless you've got, facts and figures and photos and, Google Maps and whatnot, then there's some sixth sense going on, and then that means you're using some of your mediumship skills. So we talk about that. The book is amazing. Okay, so we're going along, and I'm talking about also us, like me, like, okay, all right, I'm kind of cute today, but this is not who I am. It isn't. I picked this. Yeah. Okay. I don't want to open up a great big can of worms and whatnot. This was like a billion subjects, but I basically was talking about the spirit body, the energy body, the invisible part of us that is actually who I am. And it is that invisible part of me that is really using this body and this voice to talk to you right now. And I'm talking to your invisible part. You know what I mean? It is the invisible part of you that is deciding whether or not to continue listening to me. It's the invisible part of you sitting there going, I don't know about this woman. Who is she anyway? You know what I mean? Okay. That part, that your mind, your personality, your charisma, the part that makes the decisions, the essence that is you, is invisible and unstoppable, eternal. Okay, so I'm talking about that, the energy body, which some folks describe it, especially in the Reiki world and whatnot, as like a replica of the physical body, but it's in energy form instead of physical form. And I talk about that too, and energy and vibration and whatnot in relation to this. But so, okay, there's a guy, his name is James Leninger. Right about now, he's like, I don't know, 30-something years old. But when he was a youngster, he was tortured by memory of being this World War II fighter pilot. And his plane was shot down, I think, by the Japanese, and it fell into the ocean in a fiery ending, and he friggin' was remembering this as a toddler and being tortured at night by this. And it's a long story. I go into it in the book. But one of the things that he talks about is that, and yeah, I'm checking my watch because I have people coming over. He talks about being in the in-between lives. Okay. So he's remembering his life as a World War II fighter pilot. And just trust me when I say a whole bunch of stuff plays out, and we're clear that this is James Houston from World War II, who was the fighter pilot who was shot down, like 1,000%, okay? Just trust me on that. All right, awesome. Now, he remembers a lot of details about that, and of course, he's him right now. He's James Leninger now, and James, same first name, but anyway, he remembers choosing his parents. Yeah, he told them, I remember picking you, and you guys were in a red building. And what he was talking about, he was describing the red architecture of this very unique hotel where they spent their honeymoon, like in Hawaii or something, like random as all get out. So he chose these people, and then what happens? They create an embryo, and then he merges with the embryo. This sounds like I'm like, okay, sci-fi, but really it's non-fi, non-fiction. But anyway, so yeah, merges with them to become this. Okay, so in the book, I had read something from someone else, the guru guy, and he had this philosophy about the 12th chakra and when the soul merged with it. And that weirded me out because the soul, which is us, which is our personality, which is, our oneness with God and whatnot, is also part of our energy body, which has all these chakras in it. Like it's all in one. It's one thing. So there's no later merging to the chakra. We have our chakras. They go with us lifetime to lifetime. I hope I'm not being too confusing. In the book, there's time to really digest these philosophies that I'm spitting out right now. Anyway, and I'm losing light, so I really have to hurry. But anyway, So yeah, this subject about when the soul connects to the fetus, to the chakras and whatnot, had me connect with Lori Camacho, and she's a doula. And then she got into this thing telling me about how the spirit beings in our first year in the human body, it's still, we're not grounded. We're kind of like, before the birth happens, we're like just around the mother, we're around the fetus, we're not really in that body yet. We're not merged as one, like concrete, if you know what I mean. We're like in and out. La-di-da, doo-dee-dee, I'll be back. And then what happens is, in that first year, it's super duper easy to leave. It's really easy just to make the decision to not, you know, be there anymore. And so, SIDS, sudden infant death syndrome, generally happens in the first year. You put your perfectly healthy baby to bed, and you may even go and check on your perfectly healthy baby a few hours later, you know, and perfectly healthy baby is just fine and may open its eyes for a moment and smile at you and then go back to sleep. And then you wake up in the morning and your baby doesn't wake up. That's sudden infant death syndrome. And now you understand it a little bit more. It actually, just like every other transition, you know, it's only grueling for the people who are left here by that loved one. You know, the loved one has gone on to do other stuff and whatnot. But that's how that happened. So anyway, I'm losing light. I did not prepare for this. So I should have had something where I could click, turn on a light or something, but I didn't. So I'm going to go. I am doing the audio of the book right now. I'm on chapter 27. It's 28 chapters long, and I do look forward to sharing with you more about another update. But I think the next time that I come on, I will definitely share about, you know, my sound healing ceremonies. Oh, I can't wait. Yeah, I don't have very much time. It's going to be wonderful. I hope you have a wonderful night, and yeah, we'll talk again soon. Bye.